Yeah, it was unique. It was something that I haven't experienced before. Playing cricket for Australia in front of half a dozen people, really, the journos, and but I think all in all, it was a pretty good result compared to what has happened around the world. I suppose with sporting events and everything being cancelled, it was great to get out and put on a pretty good show for the fans watching at home. No, it was probably more before the game. I think once you get out there, you've got some world-class bowlers, as a batsman I'm talking, once you've got some world-class bowlers running in at you, your heart rate gets up like it does generally in an international game. And in the field, when you've got Martin Guptill, who can be as brutal as anyone in the power play, staring you down, I think everyone felt pretty good. All in all, a pretty successful event, I would say. Yeah, it was. He's getting better and better, and I think the confidence that he brings each game now, I think he really is starting to understand his skills and his plans a lot more than probably what he did in the past, where he come and bowled and would try a lot of variations all the time. I think he's really clever with how he tries to set up batters, and he's someone who has just gone from strength to strength and continues to improve. And I think a lot of that's down to the work that he puts in. He's someone who trains for hours, he bowls for hours in the nets, and he's reaping the rewards. Oh, we talk about one of the top four trying to be there at the 45th over, and that allows you to have such a big impact on the last handful of overs. So it would have been nice for Davey or I to do that. Marnus was there right until the end. So all in all, half a tick, I'd say, in that regard in our post match. It's something that I think we're still developing. We're still working on that little period, probably between. Well, when I got out, when was that? 27 overs or something. And then Steve got out. We lost three batters back to back, and then again when we lost Marshy, then Alex. It's just a few little things that if we brush up on them, I think that will go a long way on a surface like that to getting 280, which is that would have been a huge score on that surface, I think. Left and right-hander. Mitch Santner still had 7 overs to bowl. Ish Sodhi still had 6 overs to bowl, I think, or other way around, and felt as though the wicket was holding and turning just enough that having a left-hander in there to work it around would have been really handy. Well, reassured pretty early that it was highly unlikely that it would be. It was mainly down to the Australian standard of having to go for a test now, especially after a long flight in from South Africa the other day, and it was great to see him around the group today. It's been there a long time, since we played against each other at a small little ground in Bendigo. New South Wales versus Victoria under 15 National Carnival. It's come a long way since then. We've had some dust-ups as youngsters on the field, and he's someone who gives his all every game that he plays, regardless of whether it's club team, IPL, Australia, New South Wales. I love batting with him. He's someone who's it's about knowing each other's personality in games as opposed to anything else. And I think the fact that we get along so well and spend a lot of time together away from the game at times, I think that adds to that a little bit as well. So it's a unique relationship. I think any relationship Davey has is quite unique. He doesn't do things by half bull. Yeah, he bowled beautifully today. He set the tone with his first couple of overs, which I think in his past few games, that's probably where he's let himself down a little bit. He's leaked a few too many, and then he's trying to play catch up for the back half of his overs. So the fact that he got into his work really well today with a good solid over to start, and then he backed that up, that gives him a lot of confidence starting his spell. And I think keeping it really simple for him is important, and the way that he used his tricks and subtle variations was excellent today.